Now, one aspect of divorce that I feel is never focused on, especially from the adult's perspective, right? Because I've been in conversations where whenever a couple gets divorced, it's always about them.
Yeah.
It's not about the children, right? And I think what you're talking about when you put the children's picture there, I think, and this is just my opinion, I think a lot of couples who divorce, don't really know the damage that decision is going to have on the kids. Now, personally for me, when my parents divorced when I was 17, and when I look back at my life, now I'm 40, when I look at my life then, I went through a lot, right? But we came from a different time when these topics were not really discussed. Nobody knew, they just, people always think, no, the adults are the one. But I always believe, because I've read books where they'll say that the biggest losers are the children.
Yeah.
In your experience working with children, what are the impacts that a decision to divorce can have on them?
Of course, huge impacts. Because essentially when you say, the parents say it's all about me, right? Actually, in law, both for me, Islamically and in civil, it's not the right of the parent. It's the right of the child to the parents. They have a right to the parents. The parents made them. So it's not a right separately. Right to dad, right to mom. It's right to them together as parents. Okay? So let's say, for example, visitation. Okay? One spouse says, oh, no, I can't see them this weekend, please. Okay? But the child has been looking forward to it. All right? So when you are going to consult something, for example, the child's been looking forward to it, especially younger children, obviously. I mean, break the news slowly to them, not through the mom, or whichever way the mom says she can't make it or whatever it is, slowly to the child. The child cannot straight away adjust and give reasons, not to say justify. I mean, things happen. In real life, things happen. If you're a doctor, I don't know, something happens, you have to be on call, and if your child has grown up in that context, then they know what to expect. Okay? So it has huge impacts on that. So in other words, that as soon as a child gets involved in your life, communicate with them right from the beginning. Even though they're little babies, and you think, no, what can they understand? No. I mean, I've studied child development so much that the more you talk to them, and don't talk to them in babbling baby voice, that's how they'll turn out talking. I mean, it's just common sense, right? So the more you involve in them, you get them involved, the more secure they feel, this connection they have with you, etc. So, you get married nicely, you have a lovely place, you have a house, have children, whatever. Now you want to undo that. What's wrong with you undoing it nicely? Okay? Give the children some notice. I mean, to explain to them, that's as much as you want to explain. If you have to go your separate ways, you have to go your separate ways. Okay? But if as much as possible, don't pinpoint it's his fault, it's her fault, no, as much as possible. Okay, they're their parents for life. They'll always be their parents. Will always be there for them, etc. But if you're going to undo things, it means, for example, okay, we're not going to have ballet classes anymore because mama can't afford it. The papa used to pay for it, etc. So slowly ask the father to speak to the daughter, son, whoever was doing the ballet, okay, and say that is this going to slowly happen, and we're sorry for this. Maybe we can do something instead that is meaningful between you and papa or whichever, get them involved as much as possible. And if there's going to be a change of lifestyle, I always think that if you are prepared to do what you want your child to do, it cushions it for the parent, for the child. So if the child suddenly has spent half weekend, 2 weekends at home with a parent in care and custody, and another half in the other home with the other parent who may or may not have remarried, etc. Okay, so there's a lot of packing involved, a lot of clothes here, clothes there, etc. You can't just tell your child, make sure you have enough clothes, just go. Okay. Even though the child is a teenager or whatever, get involved, and you pack them up. Oh, where do you get this T-shirt from? Oh, Papa got it for you. Oh, your stepmother? Oh, it's very nice. Whatever. Show the extent to which you are accepting the child in the new context. So you cushion it. So children, I mean, it's a little bit like, the walker later at the airport, right? And you're walking and you're going fast, and suddenly you go without the walker later. So there's a change in speed. You feel that, right? For adults, we can adjust easily. But the child, you can't. You go at one speed, suddenly you stop, they need an adjustment. The more you adjust with them, the more that their natural abilities are able to deal with things, the more their mental health and wellness will be okay as adults.